In this activity, called Closer or Farther, the children will learn that obedience brings us closer to God and disobedience draws us away from God. The children are going to play a human board game. Now they're going to do that. I've made a board game by putting colored pieces of paper on the floor in a straight line. You don't necessarily have to do a straight line, but you want God to be on one side of the path and then nothing to be on the other end of the path. Okay guys, do you think that our choices affect our relationship with God? Think so? I think so too, but we're going to play a game, kind of explore that. So I think I want all you guys to come and stand right here in a line as if you were about to step on this black space right here in the center of that board. Okay? And I'm going to stand down here. Now what does this say right here? Did you guys read that?
God.
It says God. Okay, so we have God at one end, and then we don't have anything down here at this end. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to have you spin the spinner. Jennifer, you're in the front, so you'll go first. And if it lands on obey, I'm going to just randomly pick a number, okay? And you'll get to move however many spaces that is towards God if it lands on obey. And you have to move away from God if you land on disobey. And if it lands on obey, I'm going to ask you to tell me a time that you were obedient. Okay, so you could say, well, my parents told me to do my homework before I watched TV, and I did. Okay? But if it lands on disobey, we'll talk about a time that maybe you were disobedient. Or you say, oh, well, I was supposed to pick up my room before I called my friends, but I called my friends first. Okay, that makes sense? All right, so go ahead and spin the spinner. And you're going to get to move 2 spaces. Obey. All right, so you get to move towards that one. Now, tell me some time in your life when you obeyed.
I told the truth to my parents.
You told the truth? Yeah, sometimes that's hard, isn't it? Okay, all right, Ryan, go ahead and spin. Disobey. Okay, Ryan, so I didn't tell you a number, but you're going to move just 1 space. Lucky you. So tell me a time that you disobeyed.
I was supposed to take the dog for a walk, and I didn't do it.
You didn't do it. Yeah, that's not very good. Okay, Daniel, for 3 spaces, Daniel. Obey. Good job. So you moved just past Jennifer there to the green, yeah. All right, so tell me a time when you obeyed.
I turned my video games off when my parents.
Oh, good. They said it's time to turn them off, and you went ahead and did it right then. Good job. Okay, Sarah Beth. Disobey. Oh, you're also going to get 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. What's the time that you disobeyed?
When my grandparents gave me some money to share with my sister and I didn't share it.
Oh, you didn't share it. You kept it all for yourself. Okay. All right. Okay, Jennifer, it's your turn again. Okay. Sarah Beth, you ended up closest to God when we stopped. But let me ask you a question. What kind of choices brought us closer to God in the game?
When we obeyed.
When we obeyed. That's right. You know, that's true in our life too. When we obey, it brings us closer to God. What about when we disobey? Further away from God. Yeah. And why do you think obedience brings us closer to God? What do you think that is?
Because we're doing what He wants us to do.
Yeah, we're showing God that we love Him, that He's most important to us. There's lots of good reasons. I'm going to give you an example to think about. What if you had a friend, okay, and they never did anything that you said, and they disagreed with you all the time, and do you think your friendship would grow closer together or further apart?
Further apart.
Right. Well, that's what our relationship with God is like. When we're obedient to Him, we grow closer to Him, and when we're disobedient, we go farther away. Now, God wants us to be obedient to His commands and to the authority He has placed in our lives, like parents and teachers and people like that. Now, when we obey, we're going to grow closer to God in our relationship, and when we disobey, we're going to move further away.